As a wife and mom of 4, Caradi Wells of La Puente, California, is always on the move.
Besides laundry and chasing a toddler, I'm busy working and picking him up from school, dropping him off. So I'm always rushing, always got the baby on a hip. That's just my life.
In late November 2023, her left knee began giving her trouble.
It just became super painful. And it started to feel like a knot in the back of my leg. I couldn't bear the pain. I literally could not even stand up to do my dishes. It was getting so unbearable. It went from like maybe happening once in a while to happening every day. And that's when I started to get worried. So I was trying to be a tough girl. I was like, no, I'm not gonna go to the doctors. I'm just gonna keep doing what I need to do, massage it, just kind of nurse it. A few weeks later, I decide I'm gonna go to Disneyland with the baby and I'm just gonna walk it off. I'm just thinking I need to stretch, I need to get my steps in.
Then, while they were waiting in line for their first ride, her 3-year-old ran off.
And so I dart out after him, and I take a couple steps, and I pivot, and as I'm pivoting, I hear a pop, and all of a sudden my knee just buckles, and I can't move. Next thing you know, they're calling for a medic, and they're bringing a wheelchair. I'm not gonna lie, I was embarrassed. I was like, are you kidding me, Lord? I just got here. I was like, this can't be happening.
After resting for a while, Caradi drove home.
The next morning, I go to the doctor. They do an x-ray of my knee, and they tell me, look, we can't see if you have an ACL tear. We can't see what's going on with your meniscus. We're gonna have to forward you on to see a doctor, an orthopedic specialist, to get an MRI. I was just distraught a little bit about the diagnosis. It was absolutely scary to think of my knee being out of commission.
They scheduled the MRI for early January and sent Caradi home with a knee brace and ibuprofen. Neither were much help.
I couldn't physically go up a little incline or down a little incline or going upstairs at all. So I was really scared that I was gonna end up with some kind of a knee issue long term. I'm having to trust God in this situation and just say, God, please, like, I need some help here.
Then on January 2nd, 2024, she turned on the 700 Club during lunch. The hosts were praying.
On my lunch break, my favorite thing to do is watch the 700 Club. And my favorite part is when they're doing the prayer on this day. It was Gordon, and he was praying. But then he invited everybody into prayer and said, if we had a part in our body that needed to be healed, to put our hands on that body part and to touch and believe. But really in that moment, I was so desperate. I needed God so badly. I was tired of being in pain. I just needed help. And so I just stopped what I was doing. I put my hand on my knee, I touched and agreed, and I asked the Lord, Lord, please.
Anyone infirm, we just declare over you, God is your healer. He is your source. He is the one that says, yes, I died for you. Receive him now and believe now on what he died for you to have, and you will be healed. We come into agreement with you now, touching it. We say over you now, be healed and be made whole in Jesus' name.
And then I also added, on top of Gordon's prayer, that I have a 3-year-old, Lord, and you gave me him to run around and chase. So I believe you're gonna heal my need to be able to chase him. Hey, who says you can't add a little something to the prayer? I did. I just believed it with my whole heart that my knee was gonna be healed. The crazy thing is that I did that prayer, and then I was like, my knee's healed. And I just got up and went about my day. The next morning or so, my husband goes, Caradi, aren't you gonna go get your MRI for your knee? And that's when I realized I had no swelling in my knee. I was moving around, I was bending, I was doing dishes, I was hauling the laundry, and I didn't even realize it. I believed God for it, and my knee hasn't hurt since. I'm so excited. We have gone on so many trips since then. We've gone hiking, we play outside, I'm able to go on our neighborhood walks. Once it happens to you in a miraculous way like this, you can then walk in that power to show it to others so that they could tap into heaven and partner with God. And you know, the word says to ask God and he will give it to us. Look, this is all I gotta say to you. If it happened for me, it could happen for you. Just believe God for that healing today.